punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
We're go, let's go!
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, gotta go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage. Back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now he's going to send this one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing Man, force them into sand. Let's try and get some more points.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Red, up. 18. Red, up.
Trubisky will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Looking downfield for Jones. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it first and 10 at the 40. Now Trubisky to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on second and 10, it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
The left side completion to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Trubisky to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Lucky 56.
Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Mike, check. 59.
Here's Jackson. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. JaguarPaW803's in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Set up. 180.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Set up. 180.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for New York. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Target. Leopard. Yeah, take the edge. Go. Detroit.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lucky 56. Watch out. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. All day, baby, all day. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas, and that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Switch! To the 8, boys, to the 8, Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! Shift! Hey, motion backfield!
To throw is Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 1st down, Trubisky throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Jets on third down. The struggle has been real. They have had ample opportunities. They've yet to cash one in. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Ah!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
You see it? You see it? Put up! 180! Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Trubisky going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! 57 to Mike. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
Throwing is Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Ransom! 4 down! Check! Ransom! Move, move, move! 82, he likes to sneak out late. Ransom! Show it up!
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Red up. Red up.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And they'll run it here. And he powers his way up past the 30. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and